Hi guys, my name is Debbie and I'm an intuitive reader as well as a medium here, and I'm here to give some type of messages from beyond. Hopefully this does help and resonate. Let's get into it. We've been having some good reads this week so far. Lots of info. Hopefully we keep it going. Clarify that. Oh boy. I feel somebody had a premonition about their passing. I feel that it happened more than once. Basically seeing that how they're going to pass. And this caused a lot of anxiety on this person before they passed. And obviously I feel that it did come into fruition here. And it's frustrating because you don't know they didn't know what to do here. Man, that's frustrating. My dad had a premonition one time that he was dreaming about, he had a mountain house and he had boats and docks and things like, he just had one boat, but he had a jet ski and, whatever, the whole 9 yards, right? All of his man toys. And it was fun. But he had this dream that it was thundering out, lightning out, the winds were high, the lake was rough, and the boat was leaving. And at that time, he had the boat docked, docked instead of out on the buoy, if you know what I'm talking about here. But yeah, you can do it either way. But when he woke up, it was thundering. He wasn't really making that up in the dream, but I guess, you hear things subconsciously, and that was part of the dream. And he pulled up the curtains to the outside and in the front where the lake is. And the boat was like out there. It was just out there. Apparently one of the ropes that was holding onto the dock snapped because of the high winds and the bad weather. And the dock was, and there's the boat just trailing along with it attached to the dock. But the bad thing is that, a lot of things, but the motor was so close to hitting the rocks. And once you hit rocks, man, with a motor like that, no. But yeah, and he quickly ran, down there, down pouring rain, thunder, lightning, the whole 9 yards. He didn't care. He was saving his baby. But yeah. So I do believe very, very strongly in premonitions. He dreamt all that and he woke up and he's doing it, and it did happen. But this is obviously a little worse when you're dreaming of how you're going to pass. It's just a question of when. They never show you when because there's no such thing as time on the other side. I feel like he really didn't talk about it much because he didn't want people thinking that he was crazy, maybe lived in a family that didn't really believe in that kind of thing. I get it. Believe me, I told my dad, tried to convince him there was an afterlife, and I told him, good luck, enjoy your surprise party one day. Because I believe in it. I feel like this is a father figure. I do feel that. And I feel like he is reaching out to his children. I feel like after his passing, obviously, I feel there's some kind of more intense energy that he has an easier way of traveling back here to visit at night. And it makes sense because spirit likes to use energy. And when it's during the day or at dusk, there's more energy being used more so at dusk. So he waits until when it's dark, I feel that he worries about his son with money. I literally heard responsibility here. Now, I do feel that this was a married couple, okay? And I feel like there's somebody that's not getting enough sleep. I feel it's the son who is not getting enough sleep. I do feel, though, that it's the dad that passed. If I had said it was the child, I don't feel it is the kid here. Okay? I do feel that this is his son here that, or I'm sorry, see, I did it again. The dad here that passed. But I feel like the dad didn't really want to talk about it because A, he probably himself didn't believe in premonitions, or B, just didn't want to sound crazy to others. He wanted to, but he did not. I feel like the wife saw things after this first premonition took place, and even more so after his second premonition. The wife took notice to his kind of mood, his attitude. Not that it's a bad attitude, but just an attitude change. Like he became more quiet here. He didn't really talk that much. Things changed with him. Okay. And I feel like he kind of struggled. I feel like the wife here is kind of basically saying, you should have told me. You should have told me. So I can just at least calm your mind here, okay? Because you did love him. You still do. I feel like he was kind of a workaholic here. I feel like I wish I could do more. If I was there, I'd go straight to work. If I was still there, I would do this to the house. I would fix this up and that up. I still had life to live. He still had this drive to live. I feel like he wasn't that old. I literally heard 43. I literally heard your energy, a female voice here. If you are resonating with this, that would be so nice. That would be so nice if he could come back. I feel like there's times, and I feel like a lot of people go through this. I know I did. Was kind of like waiting for the door to open. It's like 5 o'clock, and you know that he's going to be walking in the door any minute. I used to do that all the time, actually. I would purposely stay quiet for a Libra to stay quiet. It takes a lot. But yeah, I would stay quiet and just wait and just listen for that door to unlock. He wishes that he could. He wishes that he could be at home, but he does visit your home. Absolutely. He checks in on you guys. I literally heard, sometimes I feel a little sneaky, like I shouldn't be there. You're fine. But yeah. And I also feel that there are times where you feel eyes on you. That would be him. Don't be creeped out. It's okay. He's just checking on the fam. I literally heard the fam. Just making sure that everybody's happy. He was a people pleaser, but more so, he loved his family. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Yes, he did work a lot, but it was to supply for his family and himself, too. He is his family, But yeah, and he just wanted everybody happy. And he just checks in, just peeps down. In the room, I feel living room, definitely, that he just, sometimes he actually sits on the couch. It was funny because he showed me, everybody see Married with Children, he showed me kind of like an Al Bundy. Now, I don't know if he actually sat like Al Bundy, like I can't demonstrate here because of YouTube rules, but, but yeah, he's sitting kind of like Al Bundy here. Okay, erase that thought. Okay. But yeah, he just enjoyed it. He might not have said it all the time, but deep down, he thought it constantly. My family is number one. He adored you guys. I don't feel like there's a lot of kids. I just feel like there's two. I feel it's a boy and a girl. But yeah. I feel like there's a child. We're not going to genderize here with which one it is, because I feel like I'm going to be calling them out, and I don't feel like he wants me to. But somebody can be a little naughty, and I literally heard they better knock it off. They better knock it off. You kind of know, but I feel like that there's like a mourning process. When you're distracted with things, and missing somebody, battling to get past this sadness in your life, and you kind of get distracted. You're not really focusing too well just in general, but really on other people. Like you could be texting or on the phone or something and totally miss a conversation from one of the kids, or totally leave, like your daughter leaving in you know, mini skirt and, you know, whatever. I'm not going to genderize, you know, but you know what I mean. Just, you know, just being naughty. Okay. There's somebody I feel that's being naughty and just kind of getting away with it because I hate to say it, but I feel like there's some kind of taken advantage of, because they're going to take advantage that you're not really, like the mom's really not with it, because you're dealing with sadness and sorrow. And they're getting away with it. So there's a little bit of red flag of like, turn around, you know, make sure you keep an eye on them, you know, these two. Clarify that. I feel like he is, he really wants to sit down and talk to you. Okay, to the wife here. All right. And I feel like he's kind of tossing it up and down. It was funny in the previous video of one of the deceased readings that we did. I brought up a story time, as I always, but it was in regards to my husband, of course, and and of course by bringing him up, something fell. Okay, it was nothing, but it did fall on it, so nobody's down here, you know, not even dogs. But yeah, so it's kind of like I feel like he's gonna throw down something, you know, push something off a shelf or something. Nothing that's gonna break, but definitely will kind of cause a scene or get your attention. I apologize for the cough there, but yeah. He's going to do it nicely. He's got the Emperor here. He knows he has that inner strength. That's fire sign, Aries particularly. Does not have to be, but that's like the, one of those superhero energies, you know, kind of strong-willed, strong-spirited, can do anything, can throw something down, you know, push something off of a shelf. Nothing to worry about, but he's kind of being a showy-offy also, too. With his new discovery of a gift here, of being able to do that. So he's pretty proud of himself, I must say. But, you know, if he has it, use it. So that's what he's going to do. This is like a spiritual card. But to me, especially with that Emperor, that's a spiritual card. So that's kind of like inhuman abilities, like using the spirit energy here of doing something like that. It's just to catch your eye. It's not to purposely freak you out or anything here, but that's just his way of saying that he's around, but everything's okay. I feel like this will take place when you're kind of having a bad day. You're crying, you know, he never liked it to see you cry, you know, that upsetted him on a personal note, you know, so he's going to be kind of throwing something down at that time when you're kind of having a rough time and crying a little bit, you know, as kind of like a distraction, like, hey, I'm here, you know, and that will definitely snap you out of the tears for sure. It might get you in a little panic mode because the Tower is a shake-up moment, okay? And I do see that. So he's kind of depending on it because he's got the Two of Pentacles before that Tower here. So, you know, he's kind of tossing that idea, but with that Emperor looking at that, you know, super energy of the Judgment card here, yeah, he's going to do something. There's not going to be any stopping. It's more of a showy-offy thing, but he also does not want to see you cry. So that's why he's doing it. So it's not to purposely freak you out, in other words. But actually, I feel like once you kind of settle and get the regular heartbeat again, I feel like, you know, you'll realize this. You know, you'll be like, you know, I just saw that reading and just the other day. And yeah, that's all it is. You're going to realize that he's just trying to get your attention and away from that. It's actually nice energy, you know, like my husband used to, while he was here on Earth, he would, you know, when he knew that I was in a bad mood or a bad day or something like that, he would crack a joke. He would, I find, I know this is going to sound bad, but he had the weirdest belch. he would just have to belch for me, and I would crack up laughing. But yeah, I know that's gross. I'm sorry, but that's my sense of humor. You know, I find humor in that, and the way that he did it all the time was pretty funny. But anyway, he was no pig, but he just, you know, expressed his ways differently. But anyway, oh, I miss him. But anyway, that is what I have. I hope that this helps. Really, really sweet energy of a gentleman here. Truly could not stress that enough, how much he loves his family, for sure. So, but that's what I have, guys. I hope that this helps. I really do. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Smashing that like button. It definitely helps out with my channel. And I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Bye.